Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are currently slightly below fair value. The S&P 500 futures just down 2 points, so there's really not much going on in the pre-market this morning. We do have Chairman Powell speaking at 8:30 this morning, and his words could certainly help change the direction of the market. Let's do a quick review of what happened yesterday. The VIX closed slightly higher on the day, but is still on a sell signal, and that is supportive for higher stock prices. The first sign the mood of the market is changing would be if the VIX were to close above 1753 on Tuesday. Now, Bitcoin pulled back a bit yesterday. It is up in the pre-market this morning, still hovering around the 118.75 level. We're still trying to get to 125. Now, while that was going on, Ethereum continued to move higher, landing on our 3750 target. If we can take out yesterday's high, then 40.6250 is our next target to the upside. The US dollar index pulled back yesterday. Other currencies like the Canadian dollar and the euro moved up on the day. No trend changes so far. No trend change for bonds, but they did move up nicely yesterday. That put downward pressure on bond yields. That could help the stock market continue to move higher. The price of gold moved up while the US dollar index was moving down. We also saw higher prices for platinum and the price of silver. Then looking at crude oil, we're just treading water here while natural gas rolled over and it is back on a sell signal as of Monday's close. Looking at the major index ETFs, it was an inside day for the TSX yesterday, while the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq made new all-time closing highs on Monday. Let's move on and take a look at the most actively traded stocks from yesterday's trading action, starting off in Wall Street. This list is a little different than normal. This is the price volume leaders. So instead of just the number of shares traded, it's the number of shares times the value of the stock. And the number one leader yesterday was Tesla. That's where all the money went on Monday. And it had a kind of a good day, but it lost it all going into the end. So it made a new high for this move and then actually closed lower than it opened. That gave us a bearish reversal signal. We were trying to get to 343.75 and did not do that on Monday. Then looking at NVIDIA, small pullback yesterday, inside day, nothing going on there. Then Apple took a run at the June highs and then pulled back. And we're still stuck here at the 212.50 level. We actually closed at 212.48. So unfortunately, we're still not able to break away from that level to head towards 225. Then looking at Amazon making a new high, trying to break away from the 225 level. Then we have a new high for Alphabet. Then Microsoft was up on the day just by a penny, so no change there. Inside day for Coinbase on Monday. Then we've got Netflix still on a sell signal. It did close higher on the day yesterday, so a close above $1,273.40 on Tuesday would give us a buy signal. Very quiet trading up here for Peloton, nothing going on there. Then we had Meta pull back into the channel, so we need to close on Tuesday above $720.31. Very quiet trading for Advanced Micro Devices inside day, still trying to break out above 162.50. Then Open Door had a huge up day yesterday, up 42% and change. So congratulations, anyone long Open Door. Then Broadcom still on a buy signal here, making a new high on Monday. We had a pullback for Robinhood, still on a buy signal, still trading above the upper channel line. Then Alphabet, again, making a new high for this move on Tuesday. We had MicroStrategy inside day, sitting on the edge of the lower channel line. So looking for a close on Tuesday below $423.10. And then last on this list, we had Block or Square popping yesterday. And it ran up past the $75 level, heading towards $81.25. We'll finish off this morning's presentation, moving from Wall Street to Bay Street. On Wall Street, most of the price volume leaders were big cap tech stocks. On the TSX, they're going to be bank stocks. And so yesterday we had an inside day for the Royal Bank. No change in trend there. TC Energy, on the other hand, ended yesterday on a sell signal. So that continues the pattern here. We put in a lower high, and now we've put in another lower high. We had a lower low, another lower low. So That pattern is continuing, unfortunately. Then looking at Bank of Nova Scotia, new high for that stock. Looks like a new high for the Bank of Montreal, but we might be off a penny or two. The TD Bank still treading water here, but still holding above 100. Things would change on Tuesday if the TD Bank were to close below $100.43. There is Enbridge trading down to the lower channel line, but not closing below it. Looking for a close on Tuesday below $60.88 to give us a new sell signal. There's Canadian Natural Resources making a new low for this move. Then we've got Circle K moving up nicely and was up 1.64% on the day. Still trading within the range of that huge bar that we saw last week. CIBC making a new high yesterday. Then we've got Manulife pulling back to the lower channel line, closing right on the lower channel line. We need to close below 41.74 on Tuesday. We closed at 41.75 on Monday. Then looking at Celestica, still closing above the channel line here. We traded down to the lower channel line for the past 2 days, looking for a close on Tuesday below $212.88 to finally kick us out of Celestica. Then Canadian Pacific sold off on Friday. We saw an inside day on Monday, closing slightly lower on the day. No joy for Pembina, looking for a close below $50.24. We closed at $50.24 on Monday, so sitting right on the edge of a new sell signal. A pretty ugly looking chart. That's kind of something I would avoid. And then looking at Shopify, we ran up to the 175 level and we've stopped there for the past 2 days. So if we can break out from here, then 187.50 would be our next target in Toronto. Agnico Eagle moving up with the price of gold on Monday. We saw a lot of positive movement in the gold sector on Monday. Then Power making a new high for this move before pulling back and closing down 13 cents on the day. There's Sun Life making a new low for this move, so no change in trend there. And then we've got Cameco still on a buy signal, no change in trend there. And then last up, Tourmaline making a new low for this move on Monday. Okay, folks, that is all for Tuesday morning. It looks like the futures are pretty flat at the moment, and we've got the Fed chairman going to be speaking soon, and he could certainly change the direction of the market on Tuesday morning. But without him, it looks like it's going to be a very quiet open on Tuesday. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.